The Australian Volunteer Coast Guard protects Victoria's coastline through education, example and search and rescue. As the largest volunteer marine rescue organisation in the Southern Hemisphere, they also work hand in hand with the state police in search and rescue operations.
Security, 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 all ships, all ships, all ships. This is Coast Radio Melbourne. Victor Mike, Foxtrot 555. Good afternoon, please be aware wind gusts can be 40% stronger than the average given here, and the maximum waves may be up to twice the height. These gale warnings were issued at 10:18 local time.
My name's Nerida Sullivan, and I am the Deputy Commander here. In 1960 I joined the Communications branch of the Navy, and communications has virtually been my career. I've spent 30 years in all aspects of communications, radio, paging.
I became a volunteer when I moved down here. My brother-in-law had lived here a few years previous, so I joined in 2002. I just got interested in helping out, basically.
I joined Coast Guard as a volunteer in 2006. I started out as the induction officer at Coast Guard Safety Beach, and then moved into the training role, the training officer role.
Mike Romeo 360, Coast Guard Melbourne. Local waters wind warning. Well, I say it's a very rewarding job, and it's you're helping the public out there. A lot of people don't even know there's a Coast Guard. I know I've met quite a few people. I've been in my uniform. They say, "Oh," I said, "You're in the Coast Guard?" "Yes." They said, "Where's the Coast Guard?" "Never heard of the Coast Guard." So I say to them, "Well, it's all over the bay, all around the bay."
We have about 20 volunteers here. We have something like 5 skippers and a couple of divers, and everybody trains up as radio, first aid, all the necessary requirements.
It's a testament to where they are now as to just how well they've worked together and trained together and went out on rescues together.
Being heavily involved in fishing and recreational fishing, it was something that I was interested in. So I got involved right at the very beginning of forming a flotilla in the early meetings, and been heavily involved ever since, and extremely happy with what I've been able to contribute to the community. Plus, I also learned considerable amount for myself.
When I saw the opportunity to become involved in the Coast Guard, I jumped at it. It's a really worthwhile organisation. It's enjoyable to be in. Portland's a fantastic place to be out at sea.
Being a volunteer with Coast Guard, big focus is training, and you certainly gain a lot of skills in seamanship and radio and communications.
Coast Guard is a registered training organisation, and all training is recognised nationally. There are 2 primary streams that volunteers can enter: boat operations and radio operations. Boat operations training covers all aspects of vessel operation, including radar, navigation and ultimately to coxswain, providing a 24/7 search and rescue service. Marine operations also includes basic firefighting on the water. Radio operations trains members to operate on the marine radio network. Highly trained radio operators play a vital role in search and rescue operations.
A gale wind warning for Port Phillip was issued at 10:20 local time.
During the winter it closes down for us, so we get more involved in the training side of things during the winter time. But during the summer, very active on assists. We went to help out a vessel that had got in distress coming out from England. And we went 50 miles out to sea to meet them. One of the crew members had broken a leg. We've been doing a lot of work with people that are getting into trouble, going out and finding that their fuel capabilities are not what their calculations turned out to be.
Yeah, it's good fun, and we have all different sorts of people. You know, we have people from the ports, fishermen, printing, electricians.
We've not only rescued people, but we also rescue animals and wildlife.
When we got actually closer to it, we realised that it was a koala.
I think every rescue is different.
So the guys with their first aid training, they went straight into CPR, drained the lungs and CPR, and by the time we got back here to the berth, they'd resuscitated the koala.
It's not about recognition to me. It's not like a glory thing or anything like that to me. It's just basically putting something back into Lake's entrance. I love the lifestyle down here, and I love being by the water and being by the sea.
In the last 12 months I have thoroughly enjoyed Coast Guard. It's been quite an experience, and I never realised how much assistance they give to the community.
Nearly all my children are volunteers in some way or other, some very, very committed in different ways, as are my grandchildren. So it goes right down the line, actually.
So, I mean, we need all the support we can get, because, as I say, we're all volunteers, and we put in a lot of hours and that for, it's just for the joy of doing the job and helping the public.
Yeah, we're just like one big happy family. You get to know each other, and there are times when you've been out there for 6, 7, 8 hours and you're starting to run out of legs, but one of the guys will kick in and spark you up, and they're just a fantastic crew, and you never have to ask for help because we're that close that everybody just knows.
It's a really worthwhile volunteer organisation that helps the community.
It's like having two families, but it's all one, because my wife's a bit involved in the Coast Guard as well, and we have like social get-togethers, and it involves everyone, not just the members and not just the volunteers, it involves their families as well. So it's a great, like I said, it's a real good feeling of community.